You know, my brothers and sisters, there isn't a place that I go or that I travel to except that I'll get some mother and some father that come up to me with a broken heart and worry and concern in their eyes, and they always advise me that, please brother, can you speak about children and speak about the rights of the parents, speak about the youth and how our youth are lost, and our youth are going astray. And I get this so much, and I can see the frustration in the eyes of mothers and fathers. But my brothers and sisters, tonight I want to be really honest with you, and I want to open up my heart and speak about something that's quite the opposite. Because if you were to ask me, yes, while we have a lot of problems facing our young ones, I feel that there's a bigger problems with the mothers and the fathers. Because I believe that our youth are a reflection of what's happening at home. Yes, our children have problems, but nowhere near as big as the problems that you and I are having as mothers and fathers. You and I play a massive role in the life of children. So it's very easy to point the finger at the youth and say, look, the youth are lost, and that the youth are confused, and that the youth don't know where to go and what to do. But that's only because you and I are lost, and you and I are confused, and you and I don't know what to do. There used to be a time when an orphan was someone that didn't have a mother or a father. But today, we're faced with the 21st century orphan, someone that has a mother and has a father, but he might as well not as well have them. And the heartbreak that I see in their eyes when it comes to their families. And then when I meet their parents have the audacity to come to me and tell me, you should speak to my children and tell my children about the rights of the mother and the rights of the father and how that they should be treating us. My brothers and sisters, when you and I decided to get married, when you and I decided to have a family, when you and I decided to have children, you and I embarked on a massive journey. Probably the biggest journey you'll ever do in your life. And it is our responsibility to be involved in the lives of our kids. Wallahi, my brothers and my sisters, I ask you sincerely, honestly, when was the last time you ever had a proper conversation with your child? When was the last time you ever sat down and asked your child about their interests, about what they like and what they dislike? Many of us, we live under one roof, but guess what? We're living very, very separate lives, man. The husband is in one world, the wife is in another, and the children are just in another world altogether. And then we wonder why children are disobedient. There's no unity at home. There's no harmony at home. You want peace? You want happiness? It takes hard work. You have to strive. You have to work for it. The Prophet of Allah, he says, the best of you are those who are best to their families. And I'm the best to my family. The Prophet of Allah, the one who was truly the busiest man on earth. Wallahi, I find it interesting. You and I, we open up a little business that probably occupies 10, 15 hours of your day? And that's enough. That will be enough to justify my bad relationship with the masjid, bad relationship with my prayer, with my Quran, with my wife, with my families, with my children, because of a little business. Imagine the Prophet of Allah. Imagine the man who was truly the busiest man on earth. The man that had to run the affairs of the whole ummah. The man that was, the one that sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this is the man that was, receiving revelation, dealing with the people, giving da'wah, walking along the streets, sorting out the problems left, right and center. This person's getting married, this person's getting divorced, conflict over here, conflict over there. This was a man 24 hours around the clock, and yet he still had time for his wives. He still had time for the kids. He still had time for every single aspect. And that's our life. And I know some of you now are listening thinking, man, that sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, well, hello. It's called parenthood. Wallahi, my brothers, we all want our children to be the best. Trust me, your child will be exactly as you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your lifestyle. What you see is a very good indication of what your child is going to be. So ask yourself, where are your priorities, man? The family, bro. The family is the core. The family is the core of the civilization. It's the core of the community. Your family. How are things at home? Is there love? Is there mahabbah? Is there unity? Is there understanding? In fact, many of us, we come home and we can't wait to run away. I can't wait to get out of there. Look, I'm not saying it's easy. Wallahi, it's not easy. Being a father and a wife and a husband and all of it, wallahi, it's not easy. But we have to at least try, man. We have to at least try, wallahi, if we really care, bro. If we really care.